my God, earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you.
Well, good evening, everybody. It's Brad.
And I'm Christa.
With the Big Family Homestead. Ladies and gents, oh my gracious, welcome to Thursday evening.
I thought you were going to say welcome to winter.
It is winter.
Yeah.
Well, at least where we live, it is the center of Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. It just turned the 2nd of November, and oh my gracious, it's already been 14 degrees?
12 or 13, but yeah, around there. Yeah.
Wow.
Let's not, you don't need to be specific. Yeah.
Wow. Talk about chilly.
Yeah.
Early in the year.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You know, I did mark down last year when we got snow. I didn't mark down the temperatures, but I marked down last year we got snow on October 14th. This year it didn't happen until October 30th. So, and that was like not even, I don't qualify that as a snow.
Well, and snow is different than cold.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Cold, I mean, you can have snow when it's literally like
30, 35 degrees.
35, no problem, no big deal. Still walking around in shorts.
Wet snow, but yeah, we get
slushy snow. That's the worst.
Oh, that's gross, yeah.
So
makes such a mess.
We were thinking, what would be a great topic for you guys to benefit from about, this time of the year? It's got to be winter stuff. Yeah. And since we have been forced by our location to learn the tips and tricks and secrets of how to seal up all the cracks and the this and the that and the winter. Booyah. Yep. Well, we're here to help.
Yeah. This is the 7th winter we have been in Wisconsin.
Now, for those of you guys who, because I can see some of the names, by the way, this is a live stream, but if you're watching the replay, the chat, you can actually bring the chat up and check out the comments as they're going. So
only on your computer, though.
A desktop.
Yep, a desktop. You cannot see them on a phone app, unless it's different for Samsung. But on Apple phones, it does not show the live chat, which is a bummer.
Well, that said, you can still get the chat if you have the doodads to do so. Yep. But all that to say, be a part of the conversation, because I know that there's people watching right now who are also Wisconsinites. And 7 years, while that seems like a long time to us, for a lot of people that lived here their whole lives, they can tell you stories.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. What was it our neighbor just called and said the other day? Back in 91?
In the 90s, we'll say, so we get it right.
Yeah.
On October 31st, there were 4 feet of snow.
Yowza.
So
Yowza.
What I was going to say is that if you are a part of the Wisconsin crew or anywhere that you live in the north, chime in. Add your 2 cents to the chat.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Goodness.
So let's get right to it, folks. We have some websites. I went and scoured the internet and found some websites. Let me call this up. That's not websites. That's the chat. Hey, looky there. There's the chat. Let's put this over here, and then let's bring up the chat or the websites. Here, how about that? That's a little better.
Yeah, that works.
The scoop is this. I spent some time looking at different sites that are supposed to be the knowledgeable people.
The in the know people.
In the know crowd.
Ew.
Ooh, my. So where does one go when you want to know the 100% truth of anything?
The 411.
And that's any government website, right?
Of course.
So ready.gov.
Yeah.
Ready.gov, and here we have it. Their recommendations, winter weather advisories, what to do, how to protect yourself. And what I really wanted to talk about is you can go there and look, because some of their information is truthfully good. Some of it is head scratching, like really? And I would say a lot of it is, you gotta be kidding me. How did you humans live to be as old as you are?
Right.
Thinking that That's kind of just common sense. Like, storms can be dangerous in the winter. Freezing temperatures can be dangerous.
These sites, honey, are meant for those in college.
I guess don't be nasty to
I'm
our
not.
the younger people.
Sorry.
Frostbite can hurt.
It doesn't say that. It says causes the loss of feeling and color around the face, fingers, and toes.
That poor woman has hypothermia.
Do you know what? Can I tell the punchline? No,
Of
I can't
what?
tell the punchline. Of weather? There is no bad weather?
Well, you got to give them the whole thing.
Okay, well, there is a friend of ours in the UK said there is no bad weather. There's only bad clothing.
Yeah.
If you don't dress for the weather, that's on you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And this okay, I don't want to get too far off because actually we do have a plan.
Sorry, we do have a
we
list.
do have a plan. So stick around because honestly, this part of the list, guys, this is a lot of the stuff that we all know. But then there really are some things down here at the bottom that are honestly most people don't think about that are really, really good tips.
Yeah.
And that is not a joke. Not clickbait. No.
No.
What do you think this is? The Canadian Prepper Channel?
Oh.
No, it's not.
No.
Anyway, no. This site Ready.gov what?
Go to a warm room if you have hyperthermia.
See, that's the kind of stuff where I'm like, really?
Duh.
Honestly, seriously.
I think I'm going to hang out outside for a little while.
I've got hypothermia, so I'm going to roll around in the snow longer. No, that's a bad idea. Don't do that. Here's a bad idea. Don't run your generator in your living room. Don't do that either. Like I said, there's some seriously, are you kidding me moments. Yeah.
You know, there have been many people who have eliminated themselves from the gene pool for doing such things as this, and they receive Darwin Awards.
If you don't know what the Darwin Awards, look at your own peril because it's a black hole of, are you kidding me? And yeah. So anyway, I was just going to say with the Ready.gov site, some of this is actually, unfortunately, an unintended comedy read, but a lot of it is honestly truth. It's just, are you kidding me?
Yeah. It total facepalm moments on probably 90% of this website.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a lot of it is just common sense.
Yeah. And I guess, well, being that we are above 40 years old, we were taught that.
Right. We were taught common sense when we were kids.
Right.
Yeah. The kids now don't have much of that.
Yeah. Brian Keith in the chat is saying, no generator in the living room. No.
And earlier he said, winter is dangerous? Say it ain't so.
I can't tell by your picture, Brian, because the little thumbnail's like, it's tiny.
Tiny.
But you look like you might be at least middle-aged. I can't tell, man. Can't tell. Anyway,
you could go to his channel, but that would distract from our list. We can look later.
Further away.
Right?
Yeah. Got it. So here's another thing. This is interesting, guys. How about this? Oh, no, we're going to go back to that one. Here's one of the most obvious ones. Okay, guys. The most obvious should be caulking. Caulk your windows. It's going to save you far more money in electric and propane or however you heat by buying a couple tubes of caulking and making sure that you're going to get all the cracks in the windows sealed up properly.
Yeah.
You'll save a lot more money by spending a couple bucks now.
Than in heat.
Yes.
Than in heat, electric or wood heat bills. Yeah.
Yeah. And here's the other thing too. Read the side of those tubes because a lot of them you can't put them on when it's too cold outside.
Right. You have to make sure that it's above a certain temperature. I want to say it's like 40, 45. I can't remember, to be honest. What?
I was trying to read Brian's comment while you keep going because he was saying he was being a smart butt.
Yes.
Before.
Yes.
In the live chat.
Yes.
If you're watching
we
the replay.
figured you were laying it on pretty thick, so we kind of figured.
Spreading it on. Spreading it on.
Nice thick peanut butter. So yeah, the caulking for the windows inside and out would be helpful, but then also the plastic, the tape that you put around your windows, and then that plastic sheeting. While it is a pain in the rear end,
Yes,
to put up,
way worth it.
it is so worth it. It's okay. Funny story, real quick. So we have a finished basement where there's definitely egress and all that jazz, but it's on the same level to go out the garage. But the windows in the kids' bedrooms, we did them the first winter we were here, and we have not taken the plastic off. It's still there.
Still hasn't mattered.
Nope. We don't open those windows anyway because it's at ground level, and critters could come in the night. No, we're leaving those closed.
Yeah. Well, the bottom line when it comes to any kind of just checking for leaks, do any kind of leak testing around, that foam stuff. If you can't afford that, use a towel or something. Roll up a towel and shove it, towards the bottom of the door. If you can't afford it, to get like what do they call those things? A door sweep?
Door sweep, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually just picked one up for the pantry door, yeah.
But there's always ways that you can minimize drafts and you can kind of wedge things in. But really go around your house and look to see, okay, can I stop the cold air from coming in? Because if you're venting in, you're venting heat out.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that simple.
Yeah. Yep. I have even the pantry door. It's a cold pantry, so we keep the inner door closed, so it stays pretty chilly in there. But when it's really, really cold, I actually have to stuff a towel in the door to close it because there is such a gap. And we've got the weather stripping in there, and it's just I don't know. It's just a weird door.
Yeah.
So.
All right, let's enter the realm of, I wonder if you know that. And I mean you guys out there. Since Tanya's here, we can begin. JS Genesis Designs, Wyoming Homesteader. Sorry, I almost said Wyoming Homestead. Here's the question for you. Be ready to type, ladies and gents. Is it a good thing to seal off unused rooms, or is it not a good thing to seal off unused rooms? Because I had an idea and I checked my idea and I was wrong. So should you seal off unused rooms or not? And maybe I should preface this. Hey, Ruth, good to see you.
Hi, Ruth.
I should preface this with, this came from the HVAC world. These are the people that, right there. HVAC myths. Oh, I don't know. What do you think? Middleton Heat and Air, or it says Middleton something.
Heat and Air, yeah.
Inc. This is what they say. And I was surprised to find out that this is what many sites said. It was not just theirs. The myth. Read it, Ma.
This week, we're debunking the common misconception that if you close the air vents in an unused room, it will help lower energy costs. The truth is that doing this can actually cause more harm than good to both your energy bills and your HVAC repairs budget. Read on to find out how and for more tips. Blah, blah, blah.
The facts.
Regardless of how many air vents are open, your unit will produce the same amount of air. HVAC systems are designed very carefully so that the amount of air in the unit is pulling into your system matches the volume of air being blown out of the vents throughout your home. The added pressure from one or more closed vents causes the unit to work harder, which can increase energy costs and eventually lead to the system needing major repairs.
See?
So, wow.
I was wrong.
Yeah. See, that's what you always see in the, well, okay, in the older places that I've seen it, they put big curtains on the walls, or on the doorways, to keep the draft from coming in. But they were using wood heat.
Right.
They were not
using forced air.
They were not using forced air.
Yeah.
So that makes sense for that. So if you're using strictly wood heat, closing off unused rooms is a good idea. Just basically closing the door, maybe putting a heavy curtain in front of that door so the cold air is not coming in from under the door or sucking the heat in. But that's only if you're using wood heat without forced air.
Yep.
So
go ahead.
Brian Keith says I used to be an HVAC installer. It does hurt the system.
Yeah. Yeah, and I got to say, like I said, I was wrong. And that's how you know that this is a genuine broadcast. We're not just feeding you a bunch of eye candy and and saying baloney. So that one I was wrong on because I was ready. I had it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then I wrote myth on here. So
yeah, I believed that you should do that, but I was wrong.
Okay. So moving on to another tip. We're saving our good ones for later, folks. So hang tight. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up. Only Pete's like 25% of you. Come on now, hit that thumbs up. Make a comment. It does help us out.
Yep.
So let's go here. Let's go.
Judith. HVAC is heating.
Vactral amplifier.
No, HVAC sugar.
No, it doesn't have anything to do with sugar.
No, shoot. I used to know and I can't remember now. Sorry. I bet Brian could tell you.
Brian could tell you.
Brian could tell you. He used to be one.
He used to be one. So
ventilation, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning.
Ventilation and air conditioning.
Where'd the comments go?
I'm trying to bring it back. Somebody said that there was an echo, so I was trying to go back to the main screen.
Got it.
So who knows what's going on with that?
Yeah.
I mean, hopefully we don't have to jump to one mic because
Yep.
yeah, there we go. I guess it's when you stay on that one screen long enough.
It doesn't like that web screen.
I don't know. It does something weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, so here's another one, guys. Now, I didn't realize that a lot of burst pipes, if you live in the north and there is a burst pipe issue, a lot of it happens actually in the basement.
Mm-hmm. Your basement's generally not heated as much as the rest of the house.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah, I mean, ours is because our furnace is in the basement. So it heats the basement more than it heats upstairs.
Well, and here's one of the things. Now, we had some work done on our HVAC system. Believe it or not, this home, even though we are in central Wisconsin, it has air conditioning too.
Very old one, by the way.
Yeah, I can't believe that.
35 years old.
We were having some work done on our AC, and I had noticed that the pipe wasn't covered outside, and I just went and got one of those pretty pink pool noodles. Mm-hmm. Cut the side off of that, stuck it on there, and just zip tied it on there.
Yep.
And at first, when the guy got there, I thought he was going to chastise me and be like, yeah, what's this with the pool noodle on here and the stuff and the things and why are you doing that?
Our neighbor made fun of us because it was pink.
Which one? Oh, I don't care.
I know.
He would.
Of course he would.
He would. But the technician guy, he just laughed and said it's pretty much the same stuff.
Yeah.
The only thing that the real difference is with the official kind, it has a higher R value.
I think so.
But it does the basic stuff. And the black color helps with the heat.
Right. Well, it also has a double stick tape on it. So you can, instead of using zip ties, then you can just tape it.
Yeah. I don't know if they make pool noodles in black. I've never seen
spray
them.
paint it.
I don't think that would work.
Why wouldn't it?
Because it's the chemicals. It won't stick right.
Eh.
But anyway, if you don't, this is one of those cheap tips that if you can't afford to get the real deal stuff, that has basically saved our bacon for 2 years now.
Yeah.
A pink pool noodle. Pool noodle.
Pool noodles cost more?
No, they don't, man. It was $1.
Yeah, we got the cheap ones.
We don't get the good ones.
No.
Utah Mike.
No way. No way.
No.
No. We had some left over from, 4 summers ago? And that's what we used. We didn't buy a brand new one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we were gifted a swimming pool. Believe it or not, even in central Wisconsin, people still want to go swimming during the summer, even if it's only for a month and a half. And we were gifted one of those above ground swimming pools. And yeah, that was leftovers from, like, I guess it looked like the North and the South Civil War style children beating each other in the pool with pool noodles. And, you know, kids are laying here and there, and there's pool noodles still strewn about in our yard.
It was really funny. Of course, Jonathan was here, so you know you can figure on who instigated the whole thing.
I wonder. I just wonder.
Yeah.
So, okay, here we go. Since I don't really want to go back to that, you know what? I am going to go back to that screen, and if it messes up with the echo thing, we'll go back to this screen and we'll just do without the graphics. But I'm going to go back here and let's talk about, because I had some good pictures here. Let's see. There we are again. Let's go back to this screen here. Go back to the HVAC myths. Okay, we talked about pipes. Yes, we talked. There they are. Pipes. Young and the pipeless. Let's see. Oh, here. Ned. He's telling us about something important here. Ned.
Yeah. Those cleaning out your gutters, those ice dams can cause a lot of damage.
And cost you.
And cost you because it can create leaks inside your roof. It can break off those gutters and cause a big problem. You got to make sure that those stay clear. I've seen some really cool. It's like it's heat tape basically, and it curves on the edges. It does. It does this, and it prevents all of that. But again, you got to think, okay, is this gonna? What's the return on investment?
Yeah.
The ROI. Okay, is it going to cost me more if something like this happens and it causes a leak inside my roof, inside my house, or how much heat is it actually going to? How much electricity am I going to use by using these heat tape things?
Yes, good point.
Okay.
But Grammy Karen is making another excellent point. That's pool noodles make great weather stripping at the bottom of your door. If you can cut a notch out, if you can't afford to buy the door, whatever thing.
The door sweep.
This looks better anyway.
That's a really great idea, honestly. I'll have to
Grammy.
try that for our house.
Well done, Grammy. So that said, Ned, you have your moment in the sun here, or winter sun, because we are heralding your website.
Yeah.
Well done, Ned.
Yeah.
All right. Now, here's another one that I personally didn't think of just because we don't have trees around our house.
No.
Yeah, I think I know what was causing the echo. We don't, by the way, guys and gals, we don't have really a choice as YouTubers anymore whether or not YouTube will auto run ads during a live stream.
Yeah.
But every once in a while it'll say ads, you can skip ads in 20 seconds.
Yes. Yes, please.
Well, and I'm trying to catch them but I think that's what did it when the ad
echo.
ran.
Goodness gracious.
Because that's not up to us. They just say, hey, we're going to run an ad. And it's like, no, because we know you guys don't like it.
No,
and I don't like it when we're watching a live event either.
Right.
But I think that's what was causing the delay. So if there's a new echo, then that wasn't it. Let me know if there's a new echo.
Okay.
Okay. So here, Davey, good old Davey, he was telling us about his trees. And
his pretty trees.
One thing.
Are they happy trees?
They're pretty happy trees. One thing that you got to be very careful about is if you have trees near your house, what about ice storms?
Right. Ice storms. Oh man, we've had some nasty ice storms since we've lived in Wisconsin. We had some nasty ones in Ohio too when we lived there. But the ice storms all that ice built up on those tree limbs can weigh those limbs down and they can snap.
Oh, especially if you get the wrong kind of weather where it's like it's already freezing rain and then you get a super cold.
Yep.
They crack and break.
Yep. They crack and break. And if you have tree limbs hanging over your house, if they break, guess where they're going to fall?
Into your house.
Into your house. So it's good to have those cut back. If you're unable to, maybe if you put out a message to some people in your community, maybe they can come and give you a hand, but that's gotta happen. I'm actually pretty grateful we don't have trees around the house.
Yeah. JS Designs has an all-around good winter weather suggestion that we actually do a lot. Extreme cold stove ash. Don't dump hot coals in your yard.
No.
But extreme cold stove ash, man, that will stop slick ice like that.
Yep, we do that a lot. We'll take the ash that we've taken out. We take out the ash from the furnace and we put it in a metal trash can next to the furnace. And as we have ice build up outside, on our way to the barn, between the cars, whatever, we'll take a few scoops of that ash and just sprinkle it lightly on top. And that little bit of grit saves us from falling on our tukuses.
What is the plural of tukus?
Tukai.
Is it
It's tukai.
Or is it like tukuses?
Probably tukuses.
Look at all those tukuses.
I guess. I don't know.
Holy mackerel. Have you seen so many tukai in one place before? Have you ever seen so many tukai?
You're funny.
Have you ever seen so many tukuses, Brian? Since Brian's with us tonight,
Right.
he's chilling.
Right. So, but one thing I will say is,
That's Davey. I don't know.
that's not Davey. I don't know who Davey is. I do not, however, use this where our animals walk.
Yep.
Because of the potassium. No, it's not potassium. What is
Well,
it?
there's a high, it's not acid.
Sodium hydroxide
it's not acid, it's a
comes
base.
from potash.
Yep.
So it can be very acidic on their hooves. So what I do is I just take shavings. When there's ice, I'll just put some wood shavings down there, and that helps with traction for them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tushies.
Tushies.
There we go.
Barry
we can
got it
use
right.
Tushies.
Tushies. Barry. Okay, now this one, forgive me because it is an Amazon link. I'll warn you in advance. And if anybody bought anything, we would probably make 20 cents anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. But these guys, get some of these. If you live where there is snow, get driveway markers.
Yeah.
People, now you say, well, why is this going to save me money? Have you ever ended up in a ditch? It's going to save you money.
Yeah, it will. You'll end up in a ditch. It's happened to us a couple times. Thankfully, we have a tractor to be able to pull us out. But these can be quite pricey.
Not so bad.
Well, I mean, it's not so bad. Okay, so there's how many is in
sorry.
that kit right there, or that first one that's $52.
Oh, I didn't even look. 50 of them.
There's 50 of them?
That's what it says.
No, 50 pieces. Okay. So that's a little over $1. I mean, it took $1 and change. So that is actually not
That's
too
not
bad.
so bad.
But if you want to repurpose some of your twigs that you just cut down from this, branch
just
that's
mark
hanging
it.
over your house, spray
mark
it
it.
and stick it in the ground.
Let's go back to Davey.
And that was free.
He was a handsome looking dude right there. This guy. Look at him. He's happy.
Oh,
He's
my
happy.
heavens.
Right there.
He's a happy gentleman
we don't need to see. There
with
we
his
go.
happy trees.
He's got happy trees. I just don't want to see the Amazon ads anymore. But I wanted to show you guys because you could spray any old thing you want.
Yeah.
Even get a roll of the super reflective neon colored green or orange. that, what is that? It's the stretchy stuff they put on trees to mark them when they're taking them down.
Oh, I don't know. It's just a plastic thing. But
or if you know where Davy's Tree Service is showing up, get a bunch of that orange stuff and put it all over your neighbor's trees.
Right.
Don't do that.
No.
They'll cut them down.
Right. Don't do that.
Can you imagine?
I mean, unless they're like on your property line.
No. Still illegal. Still illegal. Don't do that. Yeah.
But if it's half your tree.
No. Illegal. Time out. Holding. Flag on the play. Don't do that.
Come on.
Start marking your neighbor's trees to get cut down by the tree service.
Only if it's a really nasty neighbor.
No. Cease, desist, turn back, old man.
Trees? Oh, in Wyoming, you don't have many trees. Sorry to hear that, actually.
There are no trees where we're going. Who needs trees?
Oh, my gosh. Flagging tape. That's it.
That's it. Flagging tape. Rhonda's right.
Oh, my goodness.
So, okay, here's another one. Now, this one, guys, I wanted to spend a good bit of time on this because this next one is a lot of people don't think of this, especially if you're like us. You don't have a ton of money and you're still trying to do stuff. You get stuck in the house. How many of you guys know what cabin fever is? Anybody? Bueller.
Yep.
Cabin fever is real. When you just get stuck inside and you're there. And it's just every little thing starts to eat at you, and you just feel like, I got to get out of here, Well, guess what? Even if you don't have a lot of money, you have options. And we used to live in a tiny little city called Cincinnati. You may have heard of it.
Super tiny, only a few hundred people there.
And all I did was Google the search term free stuff to do in Cincinnati. And looky here.
Loads.
Now, you may say, oh my gosh, that can't possibly be anything good. How about a free lunch?
Is that Cincinnati AI for humans?
Now, okay, time out. Let me just say something. None of these events, that you see the wiggling screen, none of these events are anything we have looked at, nor are we saying we endorse them.
No.
I know there's one that I for sure endorse because I know Mac Powell from the band Third Day.
Oh, sure.
And there's a concert.
Oh, fun.
It's a free concert.
Oh, sweet.
And ironically, there's another free concert that you might notice. But you can go to just about any city you live in, and whether you want to just get out for an afternoon or go to the library, or if you're into Cincinnati for AI, or hey, you want to watch a movie about free fungus movie night fungus night. Like I said, I just called it up.
Is it the smoking Mama's kind blessing, of fungus?
I don't know. Soulful Recharge. That's probably a church.
Oh, Brandon Lake.
Yeah, Brandon Lake, Christian artist.
Crossroads. Yeah, I know where that's at.
We know Crossroads.
Yeah.
It's put on by World Vision there.
Cool.
Can you take the heat? I don't know what it is. Mac Powell. Yeah, he's a lead singer for Third Day. I don't want to know what that is. Let's just skip past that.
Yeah.
Greeting cards and burping. There's a lot of stuff, guys. Yeah. All you got to do is go look at your own city and Google free stuff. Now, let's get away from that. Let's go back to this main screen. Okay.
You lost your chat again.
Oh, I'll bring back the chat. Bringing back the chat. Keeping it real. You can, even if you don't like the options that are there, like let's say that you're just not into music or whatever, that's fine. How about going to a soup kitchen?
Oh yeah, definitely. Volunteer at a soup kitchen.
Yep, as volunteer.
Or at your local hospiel or
this
nursing
was her
home.
idea. Great idea.
Yeah, I thought this was a great idea. There's so many places that need help at, like I said, nursing homes or hospitals. They need all kinds of stuff. If you can crochet, you can make blankets and hats and booties for the NICU kids, the babies that are born in these hospitals. Yep. I know for a fact that when Grace was born, okay, this was 20 years ago, at the Children's Hospital in St. Petersburg, there was a group of ladies that made blankets and booties and hats and all this stuff. And Grace, actually, we still have some of those things. I kept all of her baby stuff. But they're just it's such a neat blessing to these families to do that. But there's so many. What else did I write down? Oh, an animal shelter. If you like animals,
Oh, yeah.
go volunteer at an animal shelter. The library, you can volunteer at libraries even too. So there's
Just leave your party apparel at home.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Also, at you could even take a class.
Oh, yeah. Even Home Depot offers free classes.
Yeah. Well, those are only for kids, honey.
You can pretend.
You can pretend. No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
So anyway, there's lots of places that you
say
can
the magic word.
You can go to actually take a free class, go to the library. We scrolled through probably 30 events, maybe 20 events, and the list was still going, guys.
Yeah.
The list was still going, and those were all free things that were happening this week.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's really cool.
Now, you may say, Brad, that's Cincinnati. It's bigger than where I live. Well, yeah, but there's tons of churches where you're at. There's still libraries where you're at or within a nearby stretch. And a lot of these, I know that a lot of churches, they'll come get you. They won't charge you to come get you.
No.
No. You just call and say, to the office, I'm interested in coming to your event, but I can't get out of the house. Is there anybody who can come get me? And I'd say 9 times out of 10, somebody's going to come get you.
Oh, sure. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Seed catalogs, says Katrina. You know what? This would be a great time for you guys to chime in and add to the conversation. What suggestions would you make? And there's a few in there, Mom, if you want to grab a few.
Learn to play cribbage. There's a lot of, there's a lot of bars around here.
There's a lot of cribbage tournaments.
And they play a lot of cribbage tournaments at these said bars. You don't have to go and drink, but, you can go and hang out. That's what they do. They get on their snowmobiles. They go from bar to bar to bar to communicate with everybody and say hi to everybody. Well, and do other things. Yeah. Right. So cross-country skiing, that's cheap. I would probably kill myself, but okay. Seed catalogs.
That's pretty cool.
That is really cool. And you could do seed exchanges with your friends on Facebook or just your local community.
Well, in a lot of communities that are in the north, if they're not a super small size, they'll even have free indoor pool nights. And
swimming?
Days swimming.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
If the city's big enough and they have the facilities that don't shut down, they usually offer that to anybody that wants to get there, and you can go swimming.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Utah Mike's comment, soup kitchen for a date night.
It puts things into perspective.
Totally does. But that's not what I was meaning by going to a soup kitchen. Volunteering at that said scoop kitchen. That's funny.
Well, I guess you would save a few bucks if you did go to this. Just you might want to ask the bride first and be like, "Honey, that's what I'm thinking."
No, just surprise her and see how long you stay married after that.
Oh my gosh, whoa.
Yeah, right.
So, ladies and gents, there's just a few tips. What?
First date night.
Well, then you'll know
if she goes.
If she bolts, let her keep going. Let her keep going. That's an excellent idea, actually. If you take your first date to someplace where you're serving others.
See, if she stays, she's a keeper. If not, run away. Yeah.
Get out while you can.
Right. Okay, here's the best one. Genesis Designs Bible Studies.
There you go.
That is for the win. Yep.
Love it.
Yep.
Love it. Speaking of Bible studies, I actually host a Bible study devotional get-together prayer, Jesus uplifting, community building thingamajig, Monday through Friday on a different channel called WYSIWYG, which is what you see is what you get.
Yep.
What you see is what you get.
Ministries.
And tomorrow I'll be chatting with Pastor Tyler Woods on actually what the role preparedness has in the life of a Christian.
Sweet.
So we're going to talk about the biblical perspective of prepping. And that starts at 8:30 a.m. If you want to go ahead and open up a new tab and go ahead and subscribe to that channel right away, that'd be great. Do that right now. New tab. What you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. Ministries.
But it's the initials, not spelled out.
Right.
So,
ladies and gents, that is it for us tonight. We're going to leave the chat open just a little bit while I play you some free music that is actually straight scripture. It's the Word of God sung. And yeah, it's me. So you can continue to add your 2 cents to the good deals and ways to save money.
yep.
Right?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Here you go, folks. Have a great night. We'll see you back.
Bye, guys.
Oh God, you are my God. Earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh faints for you. As in a dry and weary land. So I will bless you as long as I live, long as I live in your name. I will lift up my hands, so I will bless you as long as I live, long as I live in your name. I will lift up my hands. But the king shall rejoice in God. All who swear by him shall exult, for the mouths of liars will be stopped, as in a dry and weary land. So I will bless you as long as I live, long as I live in your name. I will lift up my hands, so I will bless you as long as I live, long as I live in your name. I will lift up my hands. When I remember you upon my bed and meditate on you in the watches of the night, for you have been my help, and in the shadow of your wings I will sing for joy. I will sing for joy. So I will bless you As long as I live, as long as I live in your name, I will lift up my hands so